Have you wondered how to get in trades at the high or low of the day? Essentially trading the bottom or the top of a daily candle. If so, then let's get started. Before you proceed, please make sure you like the video. That'll help us continue making these free lessons. So back to the basics. When looking at a candle, you have a candle open, a candle high or low, and a candle close. So now let's talk about the daily candle, how it's formed on the intraday, and the concept of a candle flip. So here you have your daily open. The opening drive was bullish, price makes the high of the day, and you have a reversal. And here you have your candle flip. A candle flip is when price gets below the opening price. Price makes the low of the day and closes right above the low of the day. And the intraday delivery could manifest itself in multiple profiles. So let's talk about the catalyst. The catalyst is the factor that starts or kicks off the entire move. In other words, an initiator, where the bulk of institutional orders are injected. For this entry model, our catalyst will be the daily extreme supply and demand zones. Here we have an example. Price broke structure and retraced back inside the range to head for that extreme supply zone. And regardless of the time frame, price often respects these supply and demand extreme zones. So your question might be, what makes this supply an extreme supply zone? What makes it extreme is the fact that it's located at the top quarter of the range. So the top quarter would be your supply and the bottom quarter will be your demand. So to tie things up, if we go back and reference the first example of this lesson, you will see that that daily flip was caused by an extreme supply, which was our catalyst. So now let's add an additional layer. What we want to see is for price to absorb daily liquidity, specifically external liquidity. So if you're going bearish, you'd want to see price absorb the previous day's high. If you're going bullish, you'd want to see price absorb the previous day's low. So what you have here is price closed at your catalyst. So what you're looking for is for price to absorb that liquidity right above, which would be the high of the day. The takeaway from this is since we are in a supply zone and basically we are going bearish, you're looking for that daily liquidity to be a bullish day. And the same concept inverted. So if you're going bullish, if price is approaching a demand zone or at a demand zone, what you're looking for is that bearish day, and your daily liquidity would be that bearish day's low. So now let's talk about entries. So for this strategy, you have two types of entries. You have your reversal entry and your continuation entry. The continuation entry we're going to use for this strategy will be the daily candle flip. We would wait for price to absorb the previous day's liquidity, then get below or above the current day open. You enter once price gets below or above the daily candles open, with your stop loss being placed at the current day high or low. A reversal entry for this